Microphone check 1 2 1 2. This is your host, not son, baby, and this is another episode of Swingers After Dark. You know, we're in the age of Aquarius, also known as the information age, also known as the computer age, the digital age, the new media age. You know, anything that expand your mind. You feel me? It's like we're in the era of networking, you know, obtaining and sharing information, getting knowledge to expand your mind. You understand me? And, you know, as we go through the information, the knowledge, we got to realize that, you know, some of the information that we come across is swine. You feel me? Some people think they're dropping pearls when they're really dropping swine. So that's for, you got to go through the trash to get to the treasure. You feel me? And you got to separate the two. You got to know what's good information and you got to know what's bad information. You understand me? It's like whenever you go on social media and you see memes about like statistics or a situation or a person, it's your duty to research the research. You understand me? You got to fact check yourself. You got to do your own fact check. You feel me? It's like you could Google search damn near anything on the planet. You understand? So it's important to follow up. Don't take everything for face value because you're going to look like an idiot if you don't do your own investigation. You understand me? Because it's like you have a lot of disinformation and misinformation out there. Now, misinformation means that you share a meme that's incorrect. It's not right and exact at all. It's totally erroneous. You feel me? And you don't know this. You're thinking that just because somebody, you know, shares something on social media, it's law. It's automatic truth. And it's not. Like you have half truths and you have lies. You have lies, a lot of lies, and half truths. So that's why when you see something, do your own fact check to see if it's fake news. So you have misinformation when people share erroneous information. It may not be their fault. You know, they just passing it along. It's like that. It's like the gossip game or, you know, the game where you whisper something in somebody's ear. And then by the time it gets to the last person, the story that you told the first person is totally different from what the last person know. You feel me? Like the story totally changes. So that's why you have to do your due diligence to fact check, to check to see if the information that you're receiving is not misinformation. And not only you have misinformation, but you also have disinformation because you have a lot of, you know, slander that's out there. People are spreading slanderous remarks or news that doesn't even make sense. It's like gossip. You know, disinformation is like a sophisticated version of gossip, and people spread disinformation to be callous or to be vindictive or to be, you know, very misleading on purpose. Like they do this, they spreading information to drag down somebody. It's like gossip. Disinformation is like gossip. Misinformation is something that you share and you don't know whether it's true or false. You're just passing it along without an agenda. But disinformation is like you totally saying, yo, I'm going to tell this person down with words. It's like the pen is mightier than a sword. And that's what disinformation is. So not only you have information, you also have misinformation and disinformation. Like when you think of disinformation, think of somebody dissing somebody, you know, being disrespectful. So disinformation is when you use words to diss somebody, but you saying that this is real, right and exact, but it's really fake news. It's like using gossip and news as gospel, like it's the truth, like it's the law. You know, you being nefarious about how you share news. And that's what disinformation is, especially when you have all these gossip sites, when you have everybody thinking they're bloggers and vloggers and podcasters and broadcasters. It's like any and everybody could pick up a camera and a microphone and just say anything. And that's the most dangerous person. The most dangerous person is somebody who has a camera and a microphone. Real talk, because we're in an era where people take everything for face value. They don't do the research. That's why I say research the research, because you don't even know what's true or false. You understand me? You spreading misinformation, which may turn into disinformation because somebody may grab whatever information that you have and run with it and use that to defame somebody or something. You understand me? And you looking like a total idiot because what you thought was knowledge and truth was really urban myth. It was really false. So it's like, you could say something about someone or somebody and people would take that as the truth. And that's why we're living in the cancel culture. Like, people want to cancel you, but it's like, why you want to cancel this person before you do your investigation? Why you want to cancel something or someplace or somewhere or something or someone without saying, let me see what this person is saying is right before I come up with my own conclusion. It's about coming up with your own conclusion instead of being a slave to memes and gossip and words that you don't even know whether it's true or false. But, considering that a lot of people are lazy and they don't want to do the legwork, it's like they don't want to do the research. And they make themselves look bad because they haven't done the research. And then when they get in a debate, all they can say is do the research. But how are you going to tell somebody else to do the research when you don't even do the research your damn self? You understand me? So like I said, in my past podcast, like why the cancel culture is stupid. It's stupid because it's a lot of disinformation out there. Like, you may find something like some news about a celebrity or a public figure that may be false, but because you figure somebody else said it, you might thinking, okay, why this person got a lie for? What gain? It was like, was it to gain by lying somebody? What are you gaining by spreading a lie? But you got to realize that's a lot of miserable people out there, who don't care, who don't give a damn. It's a lot of people who love company because misery love company, and they get a thrill out of watching other people go through misery because they're miserable themselves. They get a thrill out of that. So you have a lot of devilish people out there. You have a lot of people out there, they figure that they're not going anywhere in life, so they just gonna slander somebody, right, just be vindictive, very, treacherous in how they present information. So whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on Instagram, whether you're on Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, or what any social media site may come after this recording, you got to realize that, you don't know the motivation and the agenda that people have when they spread certain information. That's why you can't be lazy. Like, nowadays, you can't, you can't be lazy if you want to be a source of knowledge, a source of information. You have to do your own fact check. Like, don't rely on social media to fact check whatever you posting because they even have an agenda. You feel me? So you have to research the research. You have to, once you research something, you have to figure out whether your researching is on point. And then you have to research the research by finding counter arguments of your argument, or the argument that you discovered. That's if you care, but if you just don't give a fuck, then you just take everything for face value. But it's dangerous when you take things for face value because that will lead to disinformation, falsehoods. You thinking something is truth and you spreading it, and then people don't know the difference between true or false. They don't know the difference between real and fake. Because something could circulate for so long that they probably thinking, okay, the more you say it, it must be true, right? You understand me? So, we're in an interesting time. You feel me? Like, I love this information age because you can find any and everything. Like, back in the day, our ancestors, our scholars, it's like they had to, bust their butt to find certain things that we know now. That's why I love our scholars from back in the day, because getting information back then was not easy. But, Google and YouTube and other search engines, they're our modern day Library of Alexandria. That's like our modern library from ancient Egypt, ancient Kemet. It's because you can find any and everything. And as you find any and everything, you got to make sure that information is good information and not bad information, because there's a lot of that you have to go through to find those pearls. You feel me? And on that note, this has been another episode of Swingers After Dark, and this is your host, Nasun, baby. Check out my website at www.nasunblaze.com. That's www.nahsunblaze.com. And check out my ebook, You, Me, Us, Them, The Swinger Manifesto. It's on Nook, Kindle, iBooks, Google Play. Go get it. Shoot me an email at swingpodcast@gmail.com. That's swingpodcast@gmail.com. Hit me up with any questions and or concerns that you may have. Rate, share, subscribe, and comment on this podcast. You dig? And on that note, until next time, peace. You know.